So class, in your previous classes of class 9th, you have come across an object of a particular class contain the instance variables. Okay. So to perform that actions and various operation objects, it is required to initialize the variables. And you can do this by having the same class name. And that method is known as constructor. So here we are come across with a new chapter, that is constructor. Let me tell you what is constructor. A constructor is a member method. Okay, a constructor is a member method having the same name as that of class. So a constructor name is always same name as the class name, and it is used to initialize the instance variable of the object. As you can see the syntax over here, it's class, whatever the class name you will take, then data members, whatever you will take, and class name and their values, and done. This is with the syntax. Let me give you the example. Suppose I am taking the class item. Okay, here I am taking the class item. Then I am opening the braces. It is an opening braces. Here also I am opening. Then we are going for int a. I have taken a variable a of integer type. Then float b, char c, string s, and I have created a constructor. This is the constructor because the class name is same as the constructor name. It is defined in the definition also. And now I am initializing the data members. You can compare with the syntax. So a equals to 0, b equals to 0.0 because it is float, and c equals to single quotes, whatever I will write. Then s equals to double quotes, and done, and 2 curly braces. So you can compare over here. See, class name I have taken items, then data members I have to take. So data members I have taken integer a is of integer type. I have to take the integer value over here. Then 2, 3, whatever number of data members you want to take. Then float b, it is of float type, means you have to write the decimal values. Then the third one is char c, means the characters, and string, the collection of the characters. And here we have defined with the class name. So class name was item. I have created a constructor over here with this braces. It is the identification of the constructor. Then they have defined data member 1 equals to value. So suppose I have taken 0 because a is of integer type. Then b is of float type. So I have taken 0.0 over here. Then character c in single quotes and semicolon. Then string s in double quotes and semicolon. Then I have closed the 2 braces. So this is the method to define a constructor. Now let's come to the next topic, is invoking a constructor. How you will invoke it. A constructor can be invoked at the time of creating the object of a class. So whenever you are going to create the object of a class, and you used to create the object with the help of new keyword, right? We have done in the previous classes also. So when you used to initiate or create an object of a class, you use the keyword new. So now here's the syntax for this, how you will invoke the constructor in your program. This is the syntax. See, class name you have to write, then object name equals to new operator we are taking, this keyword we are taking, and then constructor and these braces and semicolon. Suppose I am taking again here item, ob, and new item. Done. Now you can compare the syntax. See, I have taken class name item, then object created ob equals to new as it is, then constructor means item because my constructor name should be the class name only. So this is what? Class, and this is what? Object. This is equal to operator. This is new operator. We have read in class 9th also. Then this is item. Now this is what? Constructor. Got it? So this way you have to invoke your constructor in the Java programs, right? This is the syntax when you define the constructor, and this is the syntax when you going to write in your program. Okay? So this is the syntax to write it, and this is the example. Now let me tell you about some features of constructor. So first feature is the class name should be as same as the class name. Means, suppose with reference to the above example I am taking, the method item has the same class name as the name of its class. Hence, it is a constructor. Okay, class? Then second is, it is automatically invoked. Means the constructor is called while creating an object. See, it is called when we are creating a new object. So, we are creating an object and it is called over there. So, it is automatically called. It is one of the most important feature. Okay. Then second one is no return type. Means a constructor needs no return type. A constructor is only used to initialize the data members. Okay, a constructor is only used to initialize the data members. So, it has no return type. Second, it is always public. Public means what? You know very well. So many access specifiers are there like private, protected, and similarly public. So, constructor is always public. A constructor is always called from the outside the class while creating an object. Hence, access specifiers of a constructor is always public. A private member cannot access it. Remember this, a private member cannot access it. Then, overloaded automatically. So, a constructor is overloaded automatically means when a number of constructors are created for a class, so they automatically comes, okay, and they must all have the same name as the class name. Got it? Now your next is types of constructor. There are basically 4 types of constructor. You can see over here: default constructor, then parameterized constructor, non-parameterized constructor, and copy constructor. So basically there are 4 types of constructor. Got it? 4. So number 1 is default. Means default constructor is used to initialize the instance variable with the default initial values. Okay, that is known as default constructor. When no constructor is defined in a program, the compiler creates a constructor on its own. Getting? Whenever you don't have to define the constructor, it creates its own constructor. Getting? You have here the compiler used to create its own constructor. Let me give you example. Suppose we used to make the program like public static void main here. This is what? The main function from where we have started. So suppose I have to create here the object. So I will write, suppose D const I have taken, means D is a type and this is constructor. So I have to create an object OB, then new. Now what will come? The same class name. So D const and these braces and semicolon. Now we have to display also. So object is OB dot display. So this will be the example. Got it? This way we have to call the default constructor. Now second one is non-parameterized constructor. So non-parameterized is a constructor which initializes variables of an object with the definite values. Getting? It is having the definite values. This constructor is defined within the constructor name along with the empty parameter list. Means it can be created by 2 things: object by compiler or with the help of programmer. Getting? So you can create the objects with the help of the programmer or with the help of the compiler. Now come to the next one, that is parameterized constructor. So what is parameterized constructor? This one. This constructor is a function with the same name as the class name, okay, that we have already learned. Now the instance of variable are initialized with the parametric values. Remember this, we have to initialize this constructor with the parametric values. Getting? Which are passed while creating an object. Whenever we will create the object like this here, see, suppose we are creating the object here with the help of new convert, then this value, these parametric values we have to pass over there. Getting? That type of constructor is known as parameterized constructor. Suppose I am writing over here, I am passing the values P. This is a constructor I have created, parameterized constructor, and I have passed the value int x and int y. Getting? So this is called as parameterized constructor. Now I have to fill like this. See here. So I have to initialize the parameters in it. What are they referred to? Now int x is having what? A, and int b is having b. Now we have to display it with the help of void function. Void display. Got it? Now come to the next one. That is called as copy constructor. Now see, the copy constructor is used to initialize the instance variable from the another object. Basically what it do, it used to just copy. It used to just copy the objects or values from one to another. Either so it can do directly, or it can copy the objects by passing the objects. Okay, either so it can do directly, it can copy the construct values correctly, or it can pass it through the objects. So this is all about the three things. I have told you about the constructor, a constructor definition with its syntax, and this is the example. Okay, then invoking a constructor means whatever, how you are going to invoke, means to create the constructor in your program, whatever program you are writing, with the help of this syntax. Okay, this is a new constructor with the help of item. I have taken the class. Then second, what are the exact features of constructor? These are the features that I have told you. Then the last one is types of constructor. Types, 4 types: parameter, default, non-parameterized, and copy. Got it?